The Sikorsky R-4, developed during the early 1940s, stands as a significant milestone in aviation history. It was the first mass-produced helicopter and the first to be used operationally by the Allied forces during World War II. Designed by Igor Sikorsky, an aviation pioneer whose name would become synonymous with helicopters, the R-4 played a critical role in shaping the future of vertical flight. This helicopter was employed in a variety of roles, including search and rescue, reconnaissance, and transport missions, which highlighted the versatility and potential of rotary-wing aircraft development and design. The origins of the Sikorsky R-4 can be traced back to Igor Sikorsky's earlier experiments with helicopter designs. Sikorsky, a Russian-American engineer, had long been fascinated by the idea of vertical flight. He began experimenting with rotary-wing aircraft in the 1930s, and by 1939, he had developed a successful prototype, the VS-300. The VS-300 was a single-engine, single-rotor helicopter with a tail rotor to counteract torque. This basic design would become the foundation for all future Sikorsky helicopters. The VS-300's success caught the attention of the United States Army Air Forces, USAF, which recognized the potential military applications of helicopters. In 1941, the USAF awarded Sikorsky a contract to develop a military version of the VS-300. This led to the creation of the XR-4, the prototype for what would eventually become the R-4. The XR-4 made its first flight on January 14, 1942. It featured a single three-bladed main rotor and a tail rotor, powered by a Warner R-550-3 radial engine, producing 180 horsepower. The helicopter had an enclosed cockpit that could accommodate a pilot and one passenger, or a small amount of cargo. The XR-4 demonstrated impressive capabilities for its time, including the ability to hover, take off, and land vertically, as well as fly in any direction. The success of the XR-4 prototype led to an order for 15 YR-4A pre-production helicopters for further testing and evaluation. These helicopters underwent extensive trials, leading to refinements in the design. The YR-4A was slightly larger and more powerful than the XR-4, with improved performance and reliability. Following successful tests, the USAF placed an order for 100 R-4 helicopters, making it the first helicopter to enter mass production. Military service and operational roles. The Sikorsky R-4 quickly proved its worth in military service, becoming the first helicopter to be used by the Allied forces during World War II. Its unique capabilities made it invaluable for a variety of missions, particularly in challenging and remote environments where traditional aircraft could not operate effectively. Search and rescue operations. One of the most significant contributions of the Sikorsky R-4 was in the field of search and rescue, SAR, operations. The helicopter's ability to hover, take off, and land vertically made it ideal for rescuing downed airmen and injured soldiers from difficult-to-reach locations. The first combat rescue mission involving a helicopter occurred on April 23, 1944, in the China-Burma-India, CBI, theater. A YR-4B, piloted by Lieutenant Carter Harmon of the 1st Air Commando Group, was tasked with rescuing a downed pilot and 3 injured British soldiers who had crash-landed in the dense jungle of Burma. The rugged terrain and the absence of suitable landing sites made it impossible for conventional aircraft to reach the crash site. Lieutenant Harmon flew the YR-4B to the crash site and was able to hover close enough to allow the injured soldiers to be hoisted aboard the helicopter one at a time. Despite the helicopter's limited payload capacity and the need to make multiple trips, the mission was a success, marking the first successful combat rescue using a helicopter. This mission demonstrated the potential of helicopters for SAR operations and set the stage for their widespread use in future conflicts. The R-4 continued to perform SAR missions throughout World War II, particularly in the CBI and Pacific theaters, where the dense jungle and mountainous terrain often made traditional rescue operations impossible. The helicopter's ability to reach remote locations and extract personnel from dangerous situations saved numerous lives and highlighted the importance of helicopters in military operations. Reconnaissance and surveillance. Another critical role for the Sikorsky R-4 was reconnaissance and surveillance. The helicopter's ability to fly at low altitudes and hover in place made it an excellent platform for observing enemy movements, gathering intelligence, and directing artillery fire. In the European theater, the R-4 was used by the USAF to scout enemy positions and provide real-time intelligence to ground commanders. Its quiet operation and ability to fly at low speeds allowed it to conduct covert reconnaissance missions in areas where traditional aircraft would have been detected or unable to operate effectively. The R-4's reconnaissance capabilities were also valuable in the Pacific theater, where the dense jungle and rugged terrain made it difficult for ground troops to assess enemy positions. The helicopter could fly over the jungle canopy and provide detailed observations that were critical for planning and executing military operations. Transport and logistics. In addition to its roles in search and rescue and reconnaissance, the Sikorsky R-4 was also used for transport and logistics missions. The helicopter's ability to carry small amounts of cargo and personnel made it a valuable asset for delivering supplies, evacuating wounded soldiers, and transporting key personnel to and from the front lines. In the CBI theater, the R-4 was used to transport medical supplies, ammunition, and other essential items to remote outposts that were inaccessible by road or conventional aircraft. The helicopter's vertical takeoff and landing capabilities allowed it to deliver supplies directly to troops in the field, bypassing the need for airstrips or other infrastructure. The R-4 also played a role in evacuating wounded soldiers from the battlefield. Its ability to land in confined spaces and transport injured personnel quickly and safely to medical facilities saved many lives. This capability foreshadowed the use of helicopters as air ambulances, a role they would continue to play in future conflicts. Post-war impact and legacy. The Sikorsky R-4's success during World War II had a profound impact on the future of helicopter development and military aviation. Its performance in search and rescue, reconnaissance, and transport missions demonstrated the versatility and potential of rotary-wing aircraft, leading to increased interest and investment in helicopter technology. After the war, the R-4 continued to serve in various capacities, including in civilian roles. However, its military service was soon overshadowed by more advanced helicopter designs that built on the lessons learned from the R-4's operational use. Advancements in helicopter technology. The success of the R-4 paved the way for a new generation of helicopters with improved performance, reliability, and capabilities. The lessons learned from the R-4's operational use, particularly in terms of rotor dynamics, power-to-weight ratio, and flight controls, informed the design of subsequent helicopters. One of the most significant advancements was the development of more powerful and efficient engines, which allowed helicopters to carry heavier payloads and operate in a wider range of conditions. The introduction of turbine engines in the 1950s further revolutionized helicopter design, enabling the creation of larger and more capable aircraft. The experience gained from the R-4 also influenced the development of helicopters with specialized roles, such as the Sikorsky H-19 Chickasaw, which was designed for transport and rescue missions, and the Bell H-13 Sioux, which became famous for its use as an air ambulance during the Korean War. Influence on military doctrine. The R-4's success in World War II also had a lasting impact on military doctrine and the integration of helicopters into modern warfare. The helicopter's ability to perform a wide range of missions, from combat search and rescue to troop transport, demonstrated its value as a force multiplier. In the years following World War II, militaries around the world began to develop helicopter units and incorporate rotary-wing aircraft into their force structures. The concept of vertical envelopment, where helicopters are used to rapidly deploy troops and equipment behind enemy lines, became a key element of modern military strategy. The R-4's role in search and rescue operations also highlighted the importance of having dedicated SAR units equipped with helicopters. This capability became a standard feature of military forces, and helicopters have since been used in countless rescue missions, both in combat and peacetime. Conclusion: the Sikorsky R-4 holds a unique place in aviation history as the first mass-produced helicopter and the first to be used by Allied forces in World War II. Its development marked a significant milestone in the evolution of rotary-wing aircraft, and its operational use demonstrated the immense potential of helicopters for a wide range of military missions. The R-4's contributions to search and rescue, reconnaissance, and transport operations were groundbreaking, and its success paved the way for the rapid advancement of helicopter technology in the post-war years. The lessons learned from the R-4 informed the design of future helicopters and influenced military doctrine, leading to the widespread adoption of rotary-wing aircraft in modern warfare. Today, the legacy of the Sikorsky R-4 can be seen in the advanced helicopters that serve in militaries and civilian roles around the world. Its pioneering role in the history of flight serves as a testament to the vision and ingenuity of Igor Sikorsky and the engineers who brought the concept of vertical flight to reality. The R-4 not only changed the course of World War II, but also laid the foundation for the future of helicopter aviation.